Welcome, Dragon Warriors. Tamara here, Chief Dragon Officer from the Dragon Academy, where we study movements to develop our mindfulness. This is the second video where I'm talking about the definitions of mindfulness. And in the previous video, I talked a little bit about mindfulness as this state of being where we have care plus attention to prevent future harm or to minimize future harm. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about what I call the functional definition of mindfulness. And some of that is in my book, #What is Mindfulness? But in this video, let's use our bodies to try to understand some of these concepts that can be a little bit tricky. And I suppose when I first came across the word mindfulness and the definitions of mindfulness, what happened for me was I could read the words and I could understand their meaning, but I didn't quite yet have what we call an embodied sense of what it really means to be mindful. And that was actually why I created my first course, Body and Mind Training, because I really wanted to unpack the language and the terms and try to find them in the body in order to help my brain learn and understand. And if you've got a brain like that, then my take on mindfulness might be something for you. So if we think about mindfulness, it may also be helpful to think about mindlessness. And I sometimes say to people, I'm actually a master of mindlessness. And it was really learning about and studying my mindlessness that actually taught me about what it means to be mindful. So if we imagine that mindlessness is a state where we are distracted, reactive, and judgy. Yeah, a bit mean to ourselves. Yeah, we're distracted, we're looking all over the place, we can't focus our attention, we're reactive, kind of kicking off when anything goes wrong, and we're really judgmental and kind of harsh with ourselves and others. This sort of epitomizes the state of mindlessness. And so the opposite of that then is a state where we are present and with our attention focused where we want it to be. We are responsive rather than reactive, responsive, choosing how we might want to be, even in moments when we're challenged. We've got that cognitive control to be able to notice that we're getting activated, but still be able to think clearly, even when we're feeling deeply. So we're present, we're responsive, and we're kind. We're compassionate to ourselves and others. And so I imagine this as almost like a kind of like a seesaw. And at any moment during the day, I might be more in the mindfulness mode or more in the mindless mode. And what was helpful for me was to learn that it's okay if I'm mindless. It's going to be happening a lot. It's probably going to be most of the time. And it's not wrong or bad, or I'm not stupid or ignorant or a bad person. It's just in that moment, I'm distracted, I'm reactive, and I'm judgy. So how can I bring awareness to those moments more and more quickly? How can I bring kindness to those moments more and more often in order to help me then come back or cultivate these states where I'm more present, more focused, responsive when I'm triggered by things, and also kind. So it's perfectly fine if your seesaw is more this way. It's great if it's more this way, but also it's going to move. It's going to move. And if you're somebody like me, I love to put myself in challenging situations where I'm going to get triggered and activated, because every time I do that, I learn more and more about my states of mindlessness and how I get pulled into them and how they hang around and what I need to do to get out of them. So I hope that's helpful for you. Quick recap: mindless, distracted, reactive, and judging. but give them all a kiss. Yeah. Mindfulness, present, responsive, and kind. So no matter where you are in the world or where you are in terms of your mind states, I hope you find that useful and enjoy exploring what is mindfulness.